Hey, Brian. Hey, Brendan. My name is Dominic. I'm a huge fan. I wanted to know, what if you guys don't like Texas? Will you call it and move back to California?
No, I already like Texas.
Yeah, Brian's already there. But you haven't done it with the show and all that. That's a different thing. The only thing that would make me leave Texas is if just the school system was like complete chaos. But I know the house is dope. The Airwind's great. You know, I'm a homebody, so I'm good there.
Your neighbor's going to love it.
The only thing would be the kiddos. If the kiddos like absolutely hated it, I'd try to see if they'd stay longer. But if they like absolutely hated it, then I would have to make a change.
They're going to love it, dude.
Yeah.
And then Dominic wants to know if you guys would ever have Bonnie Blue on the podcast.
Sure.
Really?
I mean, I don't know what else we could talk to her about.
Exactly.
Bonnie Blue.
You know, it's a very strange thing.
Ken doesn't remember who she is.
I think that's a girl who's
She's a
going
pretty
to
girl.
probably regret what she's done, but you know, I don't think that's. My feeling about people like Bonnie Blue is that they're not terribly
She's an entrepreneur.
stable.
She's a trailblazer, cock.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think that's a stable way to live your life. I don't think it works out in the end.
That's why it might be
Think she'll
interesting,
figure that
interesting
out?
to have her on.
Wait, she took 583 dicks in a day.
That's a
Yeah.
different. That's not her there, but
No, that's someone who tried to do her stuff.
they tried to mimic it, and she
That's
got to
another
she got
girl?
to 583, and then we had to call it quits.
No, so that's Annie Knight.
I mean, Jesus Christ!
Imagine the doctor's like, "Wait, what?
is with these
What are you in
girls?
here? Why are you dehydrated?
She needs a
And
psychiatrist.
they're cute girls.
Why are you filled with 583 cum? What's going on here?
She needs a psychiatrist. I mean, this is not okay. It's not like
It's not good.
as a society. It's not okay. It's not good for you. It's not good for her.
It's also
not
good to
for
push the
us.
limits a little bit.
Yeah. It's not harmless. What she's doing to herself is not good for her. It's not good for anybody.
Yeah, and then young boys see this.
Young
and
boys are
girls,
8 years
it's
old.
not
I think
good.
the average age for boys being exposed to porn now is 8. You know, that's
I don't know
not
if you're a good parent. My kid's not exposed.
Well,
to
it's
it.
hard to stop it though, right?
It's not though.
No, it is. Yes, it
No, it's
is.
not. No,
What do you
it's
mean? When they're in school? What are you talking about?
No, there's no tablets, cell phones allowed at the
But
school.
there is
There's none.
though. But people,
There's
but
not,
those
though,
kids
Brian.
get it. Those
There's
kids
not.
get it. They go to their friend's house. They go to their friend's house. The kids are being exposed to it. It's not easy to stop. Actually, it's.
I think it is. I disagree.
You can
with
say
you.
that, but in fact,
Well, I can say that because I'm a fucking dad.
so am I. And
Okay.
what you don't.
I have a
realize-
9-year-old right now,
It
but
doesn't matter.
it does
you're
matter,
saying
Brian.
Shit that
You're
doesn't mean
talking to
anything.
me like I'm not doing.
What I'm trying to say to you is that
For
kids,
other people, it might be
kids in this
tough.
country are getting
And it
exposed.
might be tough for
So
them.
what happens is they go to somebody's house. The older kid has something. What's going on is it's really hard at the end of the day to plug all the dams, right? Because with everybody who's got tablets, phones, they they find it. You know, kids just do. And that's the problem. I'm not saying that you're not on it. I'm saying that
I'm
parents
telling you
are
right now,
on
my
it.
kid's never seen porn,
Well,
and it's not hard.
well, it gets harder and harder.
For
as
sure
you
it
get
does.
older. Yeah.
For sure it does.
Because
But for 8-year-olds, it shouldn't be hard.
but a lot of these kids are getting exposed to it.
For sure.
You know, parents are working 2 jobs, whatever it might be. Boom.
100%. I'm not talking about them.
Yeah.
I'm talking about me.
I wasn't talking about you. I was talking about the general trend.
100%.
Is that a lot of
it's
these
tough
young
because
kids-
it's easier to access
Yeah,
now.
and it's bad.
But if you're going to give your kid a tablet, you're basically open that world up.
Right.
Now, whose fault is that? That 8 and 9-year-old can't afford the tablet. So who got it for him? You did.
Yeah.
So whose fault is that?
Yeah.
Well, he goes to his friend's house. Cool. Do you know the kid?
Did
Do
you
you know
talk to
the
the
parents?
parents?
Because I do.
Yeah.
I do. There's no tablets over there either.
That's right.
So who's
have
that
to do
on?
that.
That's on the parents.
And you know,
Now I don't work 2 jobs and not 9 to 5, so maybe it's easier for me. But when it comes to me,
That's not
There's
fair.
no tablet.
you're still fighting. You're
Brendan,
still
you work
fighting.
very long hours.
You're
like, you have
still
5
fighting,
different
but you're
podcasts.
still fighting the fucking. You're still fighting.
Eventually, there's nothing to be able to do about
Yeah.
it. Like when they get to middle school,
fighting
high school,
tsunami.
and and they're in public school and they allow cell phones. Now it's a different animal.
Yeah, man.
But you can delay it as much to your control as much as you want until they get to that middle school, and then it's a
And
rat
what
race.
I don't like
and
is
you hope
when-
you've raised a good enough kid where he's
Yeah.
or it's the friends they hang out with. That's your biggest
It's also
issue.
that. It's also the technology that creates addiction. You know, like a lot of times these technology companies get better and better at hijacking your fucking brain. And
But
you know,
again, all right, the kid's putting 8 hours on the PlayStation. Who bought him the PlayStation?
yeah. You know, and here's the other thing about this.
9-year-old can't afford the PlayStation.
when you have like someone like Bonnie Blue, and what I object to is when we act like it's just, oh, look at that, she's just doing her thing, she's an empowered woman or whatever. No, sorry, it's a fucked up way to live your life.
She'll regret it. To your point, she'll regret it, guaranteed.
And I think all of us
in
will.
10 years, she's gonna be like, Jesus Christ, I don't regret shit about it. She's gonna, people are doing way worse stuff than that.
Yeah, but I think just even participating in the thing, like watching it, being part of it, it's
I haven't
all
seen
fucked
any
up.
of it.
It's all fucked up. Me neither. But it's all fucked up. It's like, I don't know, man. I don't like it at all.
Okay.
Yeah, that can't end well.
Yeah.
No.
And then what's she gonna find a husband? And then what's she gonna have kids?
Yeah, right.
Well, like, what are you gonna do?
Good luck with that.
Or let's say she does, and then imagine that kid in high school.
Jesus Christ.
Your mom got fucked by 1,000 dudes.
I mean, you can't
There's
even-
no erasing that.
You can't win any of that.
She will definitely find a husband. There's plenty.
Oh
of guys
yeah.
out there.
Oh no.
Yeah.
She'll find a husband.
Yeah, that'll be a great. I'm sure that kid will be raised.
But think about the guy who's like, yeah, I know, I'm down.
Yeah.
He's
Yeah,
probably
it's not
not
so much.
all fucking.
He's not all there either.
Probably doesn't have all his shit together.
Without a doubt, yes, I know.
But there's some weirdo rich dude right now in her DMs.
That would just love her, yeah.
100%. There's some.
It's wild. Okay. Here's one.
I'm a little turned on
Brendan.
right now, but still. What?
I might have to watch it now.
I was gonna say. I mean, but I don't approve of it.
No.
No, I don't approve of it. I'm saying.
Right.
It would be
Brendan.
interesting to have her in here and be like, how did you get to this point? Like, was it no dad? Did you get molested
You
as a
would
young
get
kid?
this. You would get this. You'd get some kind of a weird, lame justification. For me, I've just always been kind of done my own thing, and it's just like an adventure. And when I,
And it's like dog sniffing butts. It's like a handshake.
and you and I
get
are
up.
too nice, we wouldn't be holding.
But let's say she was open and we're like, was there, because what you're doing is not normal to society. Was there some significant trauma in your life to make you not think sex is a big deal, that you can just do whatever the fuck, like what happened? That's what I would ask her.
Yeah. When I was on a thing with Doug,
And I would be willing to bet she'd be like, didn't have a dad, or got molested by my mom's boyfriend, or at a young age, I was very sexual as a young kid because of it. That's usually what comes from it.
When I was on a panel with Tara
1,000?
Patrick and Dove Davidoff.
Yeah.
Tara Patrick was the most gorgeous.
Yeah, she's awesome.
Porn star. And I remember everybody was there. I think it might have even been Kill Tony, like back when it was first starting. And Dove, like Tara Patrick said, he said, well, you live an extreme lifestyle. And she said, it's not extreme.
To her,
and he
it's
goes,
not.
hold it. We got to stop. And he called her out on the fact that it was insane. And
I've seen her work.
and everybody kind of, oh yeah, she's a good,
Delicious.
gorgeous.
Yeah.
Like you want to talk about
What'd
the
she say,
hottest
though?
porn star. Well, he just didn't want to let her get away with it. He was like, you
Serious.
can't say it's not an extreme way to live your life. What are we talking
Yeah,
about?
but if you talk to
here?
UFC fighters, like, dude, you can fight in a cage, that's fucking insane. Like, no, it's not. It's normal to me. No, I'm just saying, they go, that's
Right.
my norm.
Right.
So to you, get her off the screen, Chin.
Jesus.
But there's porn stars now that are prettier than her. There's some. I saw one. I'm like, what? How? What's happening? I got to see this.
Tara Patrick was always just so
Yeah,
fucking
she's up
hot.
there.
I mean,
Exotic.
so hot.
Jenna Jameson, though, not now, but when she was young, was
Yeah.
tasty.
And then
Tasty.
went a little crazy,
Oh
right?
yeah. Oh, it's a disaster. Disaster.
Disaster.
Yeah.
Sound disaster.
But there's one now. I forget her name, but it was like Jesus.
No, some of the girls are so
Christ.
good looking. You're like,
What is happening?
whoa. Which again, I don't approve. I'm not watching it. If I can get some more of those pictures though. That's her?
That's Jenna
That's Jen
Jameson.
Jameson.
Yeah.
There's one now though. I don't want to say her name, but you're just like, what is happening?
What's her name?
I forget.
Yeah,
That's the
there's
thing. I
some-
never know. So when I want to search, I'm like, I don't know.
Yeah.
Hopefully it pops up in the
No,
popular.
some of them are just like you're like, wow, all right.
You guys had Asa Akira on the
Yeah,
Fire
which
and
she-
Tissue, right?
and she grew up with two normal parents.
Yeah, so that's like,
normal
what
shit.
is
I
that?
know.
Asa was like super. I read her book. Like she was smart as fuck.
Super
Like,
smart,
She
yeah.
was such a
Well
puzzle.
spoken.
Yeah, she was like one of those people. It's almost like
She was like, I could marry a porn star.
yeah,
Like, you're like, oh, she's dope.
yeah.
She was cool.
Yeah, she was super smart. And
Gives a
just-
hell of a massage.
Yeah, she was really really smart. But I think whatever's going on there, sometimes people can just be,
Sometimes they it could also, they get fallen hard in times and they get into the business. They start making money. Like, I'm making so much money now.
Look,
I became a star. If I go back and do what I was planning to do, I'm going 4 steps back money wise, financially. I'm just gonna keep doing this, and you kind of get caught in it. Maybe.
Well, Alana Evans, who is legitimately somebody I've known and my friend. I don't care what anybody says. She's as normal as it gets, in every way, like just a great person. And I think she's just one of those people who just loved sex.